Traveling the few roads that bisect Zimbabwe's huge Ome hunting concession, professional hunter George Hallamore and adventure bow hunter Tom Miranda, along with the HHK trackers, scour the dusty roadbed for fresh elephant tracks. As the morning breaks, villagers wait along the road to tell of thundering and trumpeting elephants in their crops. The raiding beasts are a pestilence to the farmers, who do all their farming by hand.
Elephant hunting might be the pinnacle of big game hunting in the world, especially with bow and arrow. On my elephant hunt, I did a PAC hunt, which is a problem animal control hunt, which means it was an elephant bull or an elephant cow that was doing property damage to a village. What you have to do is you have to try to find these problem elephant and go after and hunt that specific elephant.
My favorite animal to hunt is the African elephant. They are just incredibly intelligent animals, and they are obviously dangerous. They're really a big challenge to bow hunt as well as rifle hunt, and you've got to have a lot of respect for them.
They've got very large ribs. No amount of poundage and no amount of arrow weight will break a large elephant's ribs. If you shoot an elephant with an arrow, its lungs can't collapse like other animals. You have to hit a vital blood vessel in the heart.
There's only one way to hunt elephants, and that's by picking up their tracks. We make use of the size of the track to determine if it's old enough to follow up. And then you get the surprise. It's either good enough to shoot, and 80% of the time it's not.
What we would do is we would cut down a mapani tree and we would drag it behind the Land Cruiser, and we would drive the roads that would surround the village, and we would wipe the tracks clean out of the roads every evening. And then in the mornings at first light, we would drive the roads slowly, and we would look for elephant tracks. And we would look for elephant tracks that were leaving the village area.
Good elephant track here. Good bull. The other day we were actually going through these elephants. Let me see what here. We've got an old, I would say an old elephant. Very big track as well. You know, the boys have followed it up the road here, and we'll keep going with it until it crosses off the road, and we'll probably get hot on the track straight away.
George Hallamore has hunted in Zimbabwe all his life. The son of professional hunter and catman Lou Hallamore, George is a bow hunter himself and prefers to guide bow hunting clients in search of Africa's dangerous game. For Hallamore, elephant is the most exciting animal of Africa's Big Six.
That white one looks kind of nice. No, he's a good elephant. He's very nice, but I mean, they got here just before us. Yeah. Just see what they do. There they go.
The regulated hunting of the African elephant has become a necessity. Elephants can live to be more than 80 years old. As wilderness habitat dwindles to farming, elephants, protected from commercial poaching since the 1940s, have now exploded their populations to the point that the pachyderms are on the verge of destroying the very habitat they need to survive.
Oftentimes when you're elephant hunting, you run into herds of elephants, even though you're trying to find a big bull. And when you do run into a herd, you'll watch your PH, you'll watch your hunter and your tracker, and they'll get nervous. And they get nervous for a reason.
Hey! Hey! Back off, man! These bulls have crossed this river here. Probably going to go up into here. We'll just wait for the guys, let them just make sure they're gone, because sometimes these bulls come down, drink water, and then duck back like that. When I'm born in an up. Yeah, they've actually gone up that creek there, okay?
We finally get up on top of this mountain, and we start looking and we're looking. Sure enough, one of the trackers spots this little bit of gray, and it's actually his trunk moving up and picking off leaves. We keep checking the wind and we work around and we get up in some rocks. As you stalk a big bull elephant, what you also have to understand is you just can't slip into range even if he doesn't know you're there. You need some sort of barrier, because if the wind were to change, if another elephant were to spot you, if you were to be seen, if you were to be heard, if anything were to happen and you were in range, those elephants will charge. Those elephants will seek you out.
Perfect shot.
Unbelievable.
That was right on the money.
Right behind the front shoulder.
Yeah, you just slightly turned into you a little bit, but I mean the shot was perfect. All we got to do now is, with these elephants, now we just sit down and give them some time. But I mean that shot was, you can't ask for a better shot.
Good job, man. There he is right there. Joel, very much. Thank you guys, thanks so much. Let's look at him. He looks down to me. Look at this. Look at the tusks. Look at this. Big ears. Trunk. Bull elephant. This is the biggest animal I'll ever get.
Nice ivory, yeah?
Nice ivory.
Very nice.
And look at that shot.
Perfect.
Right behind the front shoulder. Do you see how he kind of curved towards me?
Yeah.
A little bit on that rock.
I mean, that's perfect. You can't get any better than that. There's no other animal when you're hunting these elephants like this. It's a totally different hunt. And I mean, you've seen in the past couple of days, you get up on an elephant bull and it's right there, and then next minute it's gone. The wind was a big factor, and I mean, it's just one of the kind. And I mean, to take something like this and a perfect shot like you did with this elephant bull, I mean, it's a great achievement.
Oh, and let me tell you something, George. I mean, if anybody's going to go after an elephant with a bow, you're the PH to go with, because you don't give up, and because when you're out there, you aren't going to let the hunter get in a precarious situation. Several times on some of the bulls, I pressed us to move on. Maybe I didn't understand how dangerous these elephants really are, but you said we need a barrier between us. Let's just relax. We're going to get on plenty of elephants. Sure enough, when we got in those rocks on this big bull, I mean, I felt confident that I could make the shot because we were pretty safe behind those boulders. I mean, we weren't out on flat ground with nothing between us and the bull. Even at 11 steps, when I let the arrow go, I mean, I was trying to move back out of the way, but still, what an exciting one.
Word travels fast that the American bow hunter has been successful, and soon nearly 50 villagers have gathered in hopes of getting a share of the meat. Not one scrap of this bull will go to waste, and even the hunters will eat elephant steaks. The regulated hunting of elephants will ensure that the majestic pachyderms will always live strong in Zimbabwe's Ome. And as the villagers celebrate with a certainty of meat for meals to come, Tom Miranda thinks that stalking the bull elephant may just be the ultimate bow hunting challenge. It's definitely the adventure bow hunt of a lifetime.